than the weight inside me. It says there is more than this night, more than the shadows pressing close. I walk through empty streets, neon flickers on wet pavement. For the first time, I don't feel swallowed whole. Somewhere deep, a spark flickers, faint but real. My voice trembles as I breathe it out. I am still here.
stayed hidden too long.
others quietly, not as fire, but as warmth, a promise stitched into the air. Test me, but it cannot erase me. Carry me through the night, through the fear, through the silence. down is louder than any prayer. When silence feels heavier than stone, yet if I listen closely, I hear something softer. Echoes of faith carried like a song through the dark. They come from memories of voices that once believed in me. From the quiet strain I thought was gone, each echo reminds me that I am not forsaken, not forgotten. Even when I stumble, even when fear claws at me, there is a steady rhythm beneath the noise, guiding me home. Faith is not fire, it is an ember, glowing quietly, waiting to be fanned alive. And tonight I choose to guard it. I let it echo through my chest, through my steps, through the spaces where hope fell lost.
The light doesn't rush in, it arrives gently, like a glow that lingers on the horizon. I sit in the quiet and feel it touch my skin, soft as forgiveness. For so long I carried wounds like chains, believing they define me. But in this glow, I see them differently, marks of survival, not shame. shining through cracks, turning scars into windows. I am not healed completely, but I am healing. And that glow, fragile yet radiant, is proof that light always finds its way back.
Tomorrow is mine to hold.
whispers rise, and so I do not gracefully, not perfectly, but with stubborn strength that refuses to die. Rising is not about forgetting the fall, it's about proving it didn't end me. I gather the fragments of myself, broken but not lost, and stand. My voice is shaking, my hands unsteady, but I lift them anyway, reaching for light.
Is wide, unbroken, the canvas waiting for my steps. I used to believe walls surrounded me, that my life was trapped in narrow alleys of doubt. But hear the rising whispers of the wise, boundless infinite, mine to claim. The air tastes new, filled with possibilities. I never dare to hold, I breathe deep, and each breath feels like a key, unlocking something inside me. My past does not chain me, it fuels me, pushing me toward what's ahead. The horizon is not far, it begins where I stand, in the choice to move forward. And with every step, I carry faith like a compass, hope like the sun. Boundless horizon, endless tomorrow, I walk into it unafraid.
'cause I don't need to shout to prove I belong. Like peace, wrapping me in something endless, something whole.
Fire was gone, smothered by years of doubt and loss. But tonight, I feel it flicker again. Small, steady light. It burns not with rage, but with resolve, a quiet heat that pushes me forward. This fire within me, it's not loud, yet it cannot be silenced. It is made up every time I rose after falling. Every tear I turned into strength. Every fear I dared to face. Even when the world tried to dim me, it only gave me fuel. I carry the flame like a secret no storm can extinguish. It lights my steps, warms my chest, reminds me I am more than survival. I am strength reborn. And as the night leans closer, I whisper to the dark, you cannot take this from me. The fire within me will always rise. Peace once felt impossible, like a bird I could never touch. But patience has grown feathers on my back. Wings of serenity unfolding gently. They do not rush, they move with calm air, lifting me slowly above the noise. I close my eyes and feel the city fade, its chaos shrieking beneath me. These wings are not escape, they are perspective, teaching me that I am more than my fears. Serenity doesn't erase the storm, but it lets me soar above it, weightless, unafraid. Every breath steadies my flight. Every pause becomes a feather added. I realize I don't need perfection to find peace. I only need presence. And in this quiet sky I glide with trust, carried by wings I never knew I had. They are mine now, soft but unbreakable, wings of serenity that hold me high. I only
Crowds move around me, their voices are blurred, but none of them reach where I stand. I stretch my hand into the empty air, hoping for a touch that reminds me I'm not alone. Somewhere in the shadows I believe you exist, someone who knows the weight I carry. The city feels less heavy when I imagine you near. A presence waiting just beyond sight. Each step I take is guided by the hope that connection is real, that loneliness is not forever. And though my fingers close on nothing tonight, I do not stop reaching. One day I'll find it, your hand in mine, steady and warm, proof that light grows stronger when it is held together. It arrives, fierce and unrelenting. Rain pounds against the glass, thunder shakes the walls, and fear tries to rise in me. But then I feel your presence, steady as an anchor. You don't promise to stop the storm, you simply hold me through it. Your arms are shelter, not against the rain, but against despair. I breathe easier knowing I don't face this chaos alone. Lightning flashes, shadows dance, but none of it breaks me because your strength steadies mine. The storm may rage all night, but inside this embrace I am safe. And when morning comes, the world will still be wet. The sky's still gray, yet I'll remember this. Because someone chose to stay beside me, hold me through the storm.
shadows would always win. Stretching over every step, swallowing every dream. But tonight I watch them fall apart. Not with noise, not with fire, but with light breaking quietly through. The darkness cracks piece by piece until I see paths I thought were gone. My breath steadies, my chest opens, and I realize I was never powerless. The shadows only live because I forgot my own flame. Until night has no place left to hide. I don't fear the dark anymore. It only proves how bright light can be. And as I walk onward, I whisper to the silence, you don't own me, you never did. When shadows fall apart, I'm ready to live inside it. ready to vanish. Every setback, every silence made me believe I was fading, but now I stand taller, carrying a flame no storm can extinguish. I have learned the truth. Light does not need to be loud to last. It needs only to endure. My scars are fuel, my breath, the wind that keeps the fire alive. Even when shadows press close, I burn steady, refusing to disappear. I whisper to the night, I will never fade again. This light is mine, born of survival, carry with faith. It shines not just for me, but for anyone searching in the dark. And as I walk forward, the glow follows, a vow etched into every step. I was fragile once, but never again will I fade.
They said flowers only grow in sunlight, but I have bloomed in places where no light touched. In the cracks of sorrow, in the corners of silence, I found roots. My petals unfold not because the world is easy, but because I chose to rise anyway. Blooming in the dark is not defiance, it is resilience. Proof that beauty survives even here. The night does not scare me anymore. It frames my strength, makes my colors brighter. I do not wait for perfect seasons or perfect skies. I bloom now with all my scars, with all my softness, with all my truth. And in this bloom, I carry hope for others, that even in their darkest nights, something within can still grow. I am not fragile, I am alive, radiant in the dark. I bloom, and I am enough.
I pressed heavy and every step felt small. But then I saw another glow, faint but steady, waiting in the distance. Two lights joined, brighter than either could be alone. I don't need to erase the darkness, it only proves how far we've come. Every scar I carry shines softer now. Every shadow less heavy. I stand not as one, but as part of something greater. Together in the light, I am not fragile, I am radiant. And as the night watches, I prove the truth. Connection is survival, love is the flame that endures. My voice rises steady, unbroken, singing into the quiet. Darkness cannot win. Now when light walks beside me,
shadows steady alive. It is not grand, but it is enough to guide me home. My voice carries the promise that darkness cannot last forever. The city hums, the sky deepens, but I shine through it all. One soul, one flame, weaving brightness into the void. This light is not borrowed, it is mine, born of pain and hope.
light in the shadow.